Friday night, third weekend of college football. Tomorrow's the third straight home game. We're pulling into Lake McMurtry here pretty quick. Don't worry, I'll try not to show you much football coverage this time. We may not want to look at it twice anyway.
That's true, but we might.
We might.
We might be really excited and want to look at it 5 times.
Yeah, then I'm sorry ahead of time.
By the way, I set the DVR just in case. I figure if we win, we'll want to rewatch it. If we don't win, I'll delete it.
All right. So, whether, us RVers, well, I guess first off, I mean, why do we have campers? Because
we like money pits.
Yeah, well, there is that. There's so many stops between point A and point C. You may be heading to the Rocky Mountains or Acadia National Park or wherever, but there's always little things along the way that you just want to see. And even stuff that you didn't know you wanted to see. Driving down I-40, you'll see a sign for Billy the Kid's graveside. Well, heck, that'd be interesting. Let's go see where some guy was buried over 100 years ago. But I mean, there's stuff like that,
And about stuff like this.
Yeah. And when you take a plane somewhere, there are no points between A and C except maybe a layover in Atlanta. Because you're flying to California from Oklahoma and you got to go to Atlanta first.
And we have our own sheets.
Yes. We won't get into the whole motel versus camping argument.
But those things do come up immediately when we talk about hotels.
Yep. But, along with that, everybody has a bucket list. They may not acknowledge that it's a bucket list, and it may not be your traditional bucket list of hang gliding off of Mount Everest or something silly like that. But
I don't think you can hang glide off Mount Everest.
you might. You get one of those Sherpas to carry your hang glider up there. It'd be a quick way down.
What? Maybe we could do that some of the mountains we climb, actually.
Maybe we should take up hang gliding.
I'm thinking.
But, I have a bucket list of places I want to go. I'm sure Miss Terry has one too. Just what do we want to do with this big old giant Velveeta box? Where do we want it to take us? Be thinking about that while we pull up to the lake. Catch you in a bit. So back in the early 2000s, like 2003, 2004, a couple of guys had an experience with a good friend of theirs who got diagnosed with cancer. It turned out to be a misdiagnosis, but it led them to a song that they wrote. They were songwriters. And it was in the country music industry where, you know, they write songs and they sell them to artists. Well, the artist that chose the song had a connection to that song too. His father, he went fishing, and his father was gonna have like a quadruple bypass like the next day or that week or so. And country music fans, you'll know the song well. Tim McGraw did it, 2004, Live Like You Were Dying. That's what bucket lists are about. You know, you see a lot of these, the younger folks doing the full-time RV living, and you know, that's kind of their mantra, is live like you were dying. You know, for those of us who have spent our entire adult lives working, we have built into us some responsibilities. It's really not the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of the word I was looking for. I had it in my head earlier. You took it.
I took it. I'm not giving it back.
But we've got our bucket lists. We're not gonna rush into them and try to do them all, you know, this week, but it is kind of a live like you were dying type thing. You've got a bucket list, go for it. You know, chip away at it as you can, which is what we've been doing for 30 years. You know, if tomorrow for some reason we couldn't travel anymore, it'd be disappointing, but we've done a lot over 30 years, and everything we've done has been a bucket list item. Walt Disney World, Rocky Mountain National Park, Mammoth Cave, Smoky Mountain National Park. All these things are bucket list items. So,
Disneyland.
Disneyland, that was definitely a bucket list item. So it doesn't, like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be skydiving or, you know, paragliding, you know, free jumping off the side of a mountain. But we all have these little lists, these bucket lists that we want to do. Okay, lady, bucket list item. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you, bucket list?
And just in general?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of. Okay, probably like jump off a really big like waterfall or something. I guess I don't know.
Like cliff diving?
Like cliff diving because I'm terrified of it. But I think it'd be cool. Maybe not like a really big waterfall, but the ones that people jump off of. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of crazy. I can't see him.
Don't put me in the video, I don't claim that child anymore.
Let's see here.
You need to be in the video.
Bucket list item. First thing that comes to mind.
Crap. I haven't thought this far ahead in life. Travel to Europe for months.
I like it.
Yeah?
I like that one.
Like backpacking type travel.
Oh, yes. I like it.
Alright, when are we doing it?
obligations. That was the word I was looking for, obligations. Because responsibilities insinuates that I think that these young full-timers are irresponsible, which is absolutely not the case. I admire what they're doing, and in some ways I wish we would have been able to do it when we were younger, but the word was obligations. We've set roots, we've been in the workforce for a few decades, and we've got some obligations and some fears, but that's for another topic in a different video. This weekend we've been talking about the bucket list. You saw our daughter Nikki. She wants to go jump off a waterfall, and her husband wants to backpack across Europe. And those are bucket list items really you expect from younger people. And
Hey, I'd do them both.
yeah, no, I'd do them both too. I mean, but they're not necessarily on my list anymore, and I don't know that they were when I was younger. I had other aspirations.
I think they're
but-
more on my list now than when I was younger.
Yeah.
Maybe not the waterfall, but the backpacking.
Yeah, I know the waterfall would be fun. So what is on your bucket list? What's one of the first things that comes to mind on your bucket list?
To travel from coast to coast.
I'm with it. I'm down with it. My bucket list is really national park, national historic sites, national monument, kind of centered around those items.
Well, I got it. Let's visit each of those as we travel from coast to coast.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'd love to hike Glacier Mountain, or is it Glacier National Park? Is that the name of it? Sounds like it. Take me an industrial can of bear spray and go hike around in there. Acadia National Park up in Maine, would love to head up there. Unfortunately, it's so far away, we've got to really wait until we retire to go up there.
Finish off Estes Park trails.
Yeah. But it's those type of things, hiking and just scenic related things that are on my bucket list right now. And you know, as you saw with Nikki and Colin, more exciting things are on their bucket list. And that's not to say there aren't some exciting things I wouldn't mind doing. I mean, I'd love to learn to rock climb. But anyway, you know, if you, like I said earlier, we've all got a bucket list. We may not acknowledge it as a bucket list, but that's what it is. It's stuff we want to get done before we kick it. Just chip away at it like we've been doing for 30 years. We've been chipping away at a bucket list, and it grows. It's probably longer now than it was 20 years ago. The things we want to do. That's the beauty of a bucket list. It's never ending. You find one activity and you do it, and then all of a sudden there's 3 more activities tied to that.
Yeah, it kind of opens it up.
Yeah. So, you know, chip away at it. Use your vacation time, use your weekends, just start chipping away at it. You don't have...
Go ahead. Never get to the end of your bucket list.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
Yeah.
Get to the end and you die.
You know,
Just keep at
it is kind of like a guy's mantra. They never finish a project, because if they finish all their projects, then they'll die.
Is it a guy's mantra?
It is.
It's interesting.
And it's true. You don't want to finish your projects.
I don't think you'll ever finish your project, so we're
All
good.
right, see? I'm right on track. So what's on your bucket list? We want to know what's on your bucket list. Maybe your bucket list will add items to our bucket list.
It
And
might
make
be
us,
like, oh, that sounds cool.
yeah, and make us live longer. See, you could help us.
Yeah, it's like you're better than a doctor.
Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. If you are subscribed, make sure you ring that bell. Share this video with your friends and leave a comment. Let us know what's on your bucket list. We are very interested in finding out what's on your bucket list. So we will catch you down the road. Go ahead, say it. She's still mad because of the last time.
Bye.
Later, y'all.